Hey everybody, I'm Recycled. Welcome to Elite Dangerous Horizons, a complete engineering playthrough. I've done this once before, but I feel I can make a much shorter version. And since I'm insane, instead of simply editing the first version down, I'm going to redo the entire thing. First, let's get a ship. Alright, I've got my first freewinder. The first thing to do is upgrade the piddly distributor. It makes some money by running missions or collecting bounties or whatever. I'll use the money I made to get some mining gear and mine my way to bigger and better ships until I can afford a Crate Phantom, my top pick for a ship to visit all the local engineers. Alright, it took some doing, but I made my way to a Crate Phantom, my ship of choice, for traveling around long jumps and visiting all the engineers. So, first off, we want to see Felicity Farseer, because she can improve our jump drive. So, we have to do some exploration. I found an Earth-like, and I'm going to scan it. The best way to scan a body with your surface scanner is like so. One on the back, one on the top, or whatever, one on the front, one on the other side, and then on either side. That'll get all the side. As long as the body isn't too huge, you should get it on your first try.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scanned.
And you get the efficiency bonus. Once you meet with Felicity, she'll instruct you to find a ton of meta-alloys, so you may as well go and get them first. You can only buy them at one place, at a settlement called Darnielle's Progress, in a system called Maya, M-A-I-A, so we'll be heading there first. You'll have to sell the cartographic data you've collected to gain rank in exploration. This is necessary to get Felicity's attention. You'll have enough after scanning just a few Earth-lights, or maybe just one, not really sure. So let's go and see Felicity Farseer, with our meta-alloys in tow. I wanted to do all of my upgrades immediately upon getting there, so I stopped at Dav's Hope to get all of those manufactured materials. I also used ED Engineer, available on GitHub, to tell me exactly what materials I would need for the upgrades I wanted. Dav's Hope is in Hyades Sector Delta Romeo-Victor Charlie 2-23 Alpha 5. That's the 5th planet of the first star, at the coordinates 45 north, 31 west. At Dav's Hope, manufactured materials have been thrown all over the ground. You can pick up a whole bunch of them, from Tier 2 to Tier 4, manufactured material, all kinds. So, just drive around and scoop them up with your cargo scoop. Once they're gone, you can relog to get more. You can never have too many materials. Well, that is, until you fill up and can't carry any more. So, I'm going to get everything I need here and go see Felicity. I also needed some data for the upgrades, so I decided to stop at Jameson's Crashed Cobra. You can find it in HIP 12099er 1 Bravo at the coordinates -54 south, -50 west. Scan the 4 beacons repeatedly, relogging between runs to get all the data you'll ever need. You can trade it away at a material trader to get whatever you're after. I brought the meta-alloys to Felicity Farseer, and she upgraded my frameshift drive, engines, surface scanners, sensors, and power plant. And while I was traveling, I also got an email from Elvira Martu. But before I go there, I want to finish upgrading my frameshift drive. That is, more than engineering. We can get a Guardian module to boost our jump range. Go to the Guardian Ruins and Sinew FA NL-N C23-4. Solve the Guardian puzzle and scan the blueprint. Juice up all the pylons and run away with the data. You'll also need some materials from this site, but you can get the obelisk data from a regular ruin site. You don't have to deal with these bad guys. You will have to come back here to get the other pieces, but right now I am really, I hate this site. This is not a good, don't come here. I will give you a different site. This is Sinwethi GTH E43-1 C4. It is bad. Don't come here. The planet generation failed. For some reason, the ground and clipping is different. Sometimes you can see through the world. It's terrible. There's no landing zone. I parked 8 kilometers away, and right now I don't really care if I get destroyed. It's fine. By the way, you can shoot these missiles down if you're lucky. But anyway, this is a divergence. Get all the materials. Use ED Engineer to tell you what you need to get. Get it from Guardian Ruin sites. Get it from Guardian Ruins, from General Ruins, and get the frameshift drive booster. I gathered the materials and came to a tech broker and got the FSD booster installed. Since I've got the invitation from Elvira Martu, I'll head there next. You can see in the panel she's asking for Suntil relics, so I'll pick them up on the way. Because we've already upgraded the engines and the frameshift drive, the only thing I'm going to get here is the shield generator mod. I needed more raw materials for the shield modification, so I decided to go to the crystal shards in the Sanguinis Rim. You can fill all of your Tier 5 raw material bins, except for selenium, there. The terrain can be rough, but some landing spots are smoother than others. Go to HIP 36601 and bookmarked these worlds. C1A is my polonium world. The best site there is number 5. C1D is my ruthenium world. The best site there is number 3. C3B is my tellurium world. The best site there is number 5. C5A is my technetium world. The best site there is number 4. Collect materials from the biological sites until you are full with 150 in each bin. There is a glitch that will inform you that you are full when you have only 100, but that is incorrect. Relog if that happens. Once you are full of polonium, ruthenium, tellurium, and technetium, head to Autots LS-K D8-3 and bookmark these worlds. B5C is my antimony world. The best site there is number 3. B5A is my yttrium world. The best site there is number 15. You cannot get selenium from any such biological site. It can be found in quantity, however, in HIP 83204, on Planet 3, Moon B, Moon A, and big, flat sites are available at locations 1, 2, 8, and 10. Thanks to Commander Altair Rules for this information, and thanks to Commander Dark Stranger for putting this all together in one place. Also, since I was so far away from the bubble already, I decided to keep going in that direction to achieve the 5,000 light years away from home requirement from Professor Palin. Even though he has never emailed me to tell me about this requirement, it is sufficient to achieve it before learning about it. Unlocking the professor is essential to get grade 5 dirty drag drives, which I cannot do without. You must jump beyond the negative 5,000 Y grid to achieve it by flying in this direction. You can make such long journeys much more quick and easy by using the neutron router feature of spanch.co.uk. In the process of getting my modifications completed, we learned about 3 new engineers, but I don't care about any of them. What I want the most is Plasma Accelerator mod. To get those, I had to get them from Bill Turner, but we don't know about him yet. We'll learn about Bill when we meet Celine Jean and do mods with her, but we don't know about her either. The only person that does is Todd the Blaster. Todd wants us to earn 15 bounty vouchers. They don't have to be difficult ones, just any old ones. So we'll just slap any old weapons on our ship and go get them from a res site, maybe with the help of police. I stopped at Todd's place and modded up a multi-cannon for my future fertile lance. So I modded up a medium, high-capacity, corrosive multi-cannon to do extra damage with my plasma. And we learned about 2 more engineers, Petra in Colonia and Celine Jean, who wants us to go mining. So that's what we'll do next. Note that you don't have to actually keep the ore, you simply have to refine it. So if you were desperate to do this, it didn't need money, you could just shoot any old rock, refine it, and then eject it. But I could use some money, so I'll go after whatever's most in demand. I mined enough platinum to buy myself an anaconda and used it to mine enough platinum to buy a fertile lance, since I needed a dedicated combat machine for later on. I engineered my fertile lance with reactive armor, lightweight with layered plating, and a thermally resistant hull reinforcement with reflective plating to balance out the armor resistances. Partway through, I got the invitation to see Bill Turner, who said he only works with pilots who are friendly to the Alliance, so I headed over there. I dumped my cartographic data on the Alioth Independence and 78 Ursae Majoris to gain access, and did a few extra missions to get the necessary Alliance rep to meet Bill Turner. I engineered my plasma accelerators with G5 efficient plasma slug to go with the extra fuel tank on board for endless fighting power. I still need to engineer my distributor, so I'll get the dweller's attention by trading in 5 black markets. I bought Imperial slaves and distributed them to 5 black markets, then paid the dweller 500,000 credits to gain access. Working with him revealed Lei Chung, so I'll head there next. I brought Lei Chung 500 tons of gold as he requested, but found myself short of materials to engineer my shield at this point, so I made the trek to Robigo with my anaconda to do passenger runs, so that I could load up with biotech conductors and exquisite focus crystals. I then participated in 5 black market trades and unlocked the dweller. Around this time, I decided that I wanted to upgrade my thrusters, so I dumped my cartographic data on the Sirius Corporation so that I could gain access to Marco Quint to get the referral to Professor Palin. I stopped at the crashed Thargoid Scout and hit 17125 at coordinates 65.8 south, 48.9 east, and shot the Thargoid sensors with my SRV until they exploded and dropped sensor fragments, taking 50 with me for Chloe and the Professor. I flew to Arque, spelled ARQUE, and stopped at the Professor's settlement to upgrade my thrusters. If you need pharmaceutical isolators, search EDDB for Independent Systems and Outbreak, and check check the beacon. If you search all the systems and don't find them, or you get too frustrated to try again, you can always trade across from Imperial shielding, which is easily gotten from Imperial systems, though the exchange rate isn't great. I brought the sensor fragments from the Thargoid vessel to Professor Palin, and upgraded the thrusters of all of my ships. I also delivered 50 tons of Lavian brandy to DD Vaterman to gain access to her services and upgrade all of my shield boosters. To my fertile ants, that is. I forgot to get the footage. I stopped at Ramtaw's base in Mean and provided 50 classified scan databanks to gain access. I upgraded my point defense cannons, since it's practically the only module I use. I flew to Yoru and dumped my cartographic data on them to become friendly. Then got the engineer invitation contract, flew to Zia, picked up 25 biomorphic companions and brought them back. I don't much fancy fragmentation cannons myself these days, but I built one anyway. Zechariah Nemo's description says that he will reveal another engineer, but in my case he didn't. I guess I already revealed whoever it was, or it's just wrong. But anyway. I also stopped by Eurybia and dumped cartographic data on the Eurybia Blue Mafia to gain their trust and unlock Liz Ryder. I don't actually use missiles or torpedoes myself, but there's that. I delivered the mail between Nagalan and Mainani until I achieved the rank of Squire with the Empire, then brought 50 tons of Kamitra cigars to Haratani and Kuamaki, and 50 decoded emissions data to Tiana Fortune and Akanar. Also, check this place out, it's kinda weird. I earned enough combat rank to unlock Brew Tarquin, but I needed more rank to unlock Petra Olmanova. So I rebuilt my fertile lance with engineered heavy armor plating with deep plating, and heavy engineered hull reinforcements also with deep plating, to boost the ultimate hit points that would be damaged by the Thargoid scouts, because they do direct phasing damage, and also a reinforced shield. I also equipped 2 advanced multi-cannons and fed them with guardian materials to get the anti-Xeno ammo, but because they only come in size 1 or 2, and also they are only fixed, I only used 2 of them on the fertile lance, because it only has great convergence with the front 2 medium slots, and the huge slot did more damage as a large AX turret. I fought Thargoid scouts and threat 4 non-human signal sources in the Pleiades Nebula until I reached expert rank in combat. Using the combat rank I gained from killing Thargoid scouts, I was able to unlock Brew Tarquin and bring in 50 tons of Fujin tea from the Fujin system. I entered a conflict and joined forces with the Federation against an incursion by a non-native faction into their space. I sold 100,000 credits worth of these federally awarded combat bonds to Juri Ishmak, who then allowed me to use his services. I ran missions for the federal faction of both Sothis and Sios until I achieved the federal rank of Petty Officer, which unlocked both Briss Decker and the Sarge, and in so doing acquired the necessary solar system permit to visit Briss in the solar system. I fought at the Federation's side and earned 1 million credits worth of combat bonds to bring to Briss Decker. I used data taken from Jameson's crashed Cobra to bring to the Sarge and bring him 50 aberrant shield pattern analysis. That's everything in the bubble. Now that everything here is done, I'll be heading to Colonia via Epsilon Indy. Let's go! I brought Marsha Hicks 10 tons of overpriced osmium from a local fleet carrier, but if you can't do that, you can mine it from any metallic or metal-rich ring. I brought Etienne Dorn 25 occupied escape pods. You can get them from a local system called Luctane. There's a permanent distress call near the first planet. Bring a hatchbreaker and a collector limpet controller, then use your data link scanner on the megaship. Target the escape hatch and scan it. Target the limpet docking point and launch your hatchbreaker. A few escape pods will pop out. Some of them get stuck and aren't reachable. That's normal. Relog until you have enough. I brought 100,000 credits worth of bounties to Mel Brandon. There is a Hazarus in Luctane. I am sure there are others in the area, but that is the one that I found first. Make sure you pin lightweight life support, or whichever one you want, with Etienne Dorn. He's the only one who can do it. The engineers in the bubble only go up to grade 3 for life support. Well, that's it for Colonia. Back to the bubble.
Alright,
Earning the combat rank of Dangerous will unlock Lori Jameson. This has only become harder over the years, as the XP given for Thargoid scout kills was nerfed some time ago. I don't know how long it would take to unlock her now, but Mel Brandon in Colonia has a superior shield cell mod anyway, so she's actually redundant. You can get the experimentals from Elvira Martuk. So that about does it. I hope you learned everything you need to know. If you have any questions, leave a comment. If you like this sort of content, like the video and subscribe for more. 07 Commanders, bye-bye.